the closing doors, please.
There's little fresh strawberries in the inside as a filling.
$777 people died in New York City yesterday.
We're Trumpsters, take the fucking map, don't be pussies.
I have an HIV virus. I got that one. I don't need another one. That'd be, wouldn't it?
And what we're doing right now is feeding the people of the community. So this is our second day doing the pantry. Get him in or die! I guess we're on 63 or 64 days of the quarantine. Donald Trump 2020, it's a done deal. He didn't create the coronavirus, he dealt with it.
New York is like the $500 table. It's big risk, big reward, you know, like it's expensive to live here.
Everything is fast, everything is on the go. You have to have a thick skin.
Number one, it's, you know, it's about ambition.
It's like dog eat dog, it's like super competitive.
Comedy show tickets, guys.
Everything is there, and if you're into the challenge, it's awesome. If you're not, it's not for you.
You can make it big as long as you're ambitious enough.
What's up? No drinking and driving? You guys turn up?
But at the same time, if you could make it here, it's the cornerstone of you being able to make it anywhere.
I'm a bouncer and a personal trainer.
I'm a supervisor coordinator at Allen Healthcare.
I was one of the first female butchers and I made a living out of that.
I'm a screenwriter.
I want to look my absolute best.
Professional choice is graphic design. Trying to project what's in my mind onto paper. I'm working mostly with logos and brand development.
Out here hustling and getting money every day.
Mad rap with the water, nigga, that's who I am.
This guy here, he known me for 20 years. He used to own the gas station on 106th Street.
Ice cold water!
You know, I see pregnant girls, pregnant ladies, I hit them off. Man, I sell candy, I'm a sanitation man, I do construction, I go to school.
I work for a nonprofit, an educational access program for college readiness and persistence.
Student in City College, doing sound engineering.
But I study accounting. I go to Berkeley College.
I go to Lehman College. At the moment, I work as a nurse's assistant.
I'm a bartender. Hey, come see me.
I'm an electrician. I have dreams of being a rapper, an artist. I've been dabbled in illegal shit, you know, I did it from time to time. If you ever get to the point where you get too deep into it, you know, you never know when is enough gonna be enough.
New York City train operator for 21 years.
There is an uptown local train, one station away.
I work with in construction.
Yeah, working in construction right now. It's so cool being on the top of these buildings and having these amazing views.
I do plumbing.
Fight all the time. And yeah, it's definitely a different side of New York.
Pretty much like all types of home improvement.
My personal goal is to become a pilot. And so I'm going to college
of aviation. My major is aviation management.
So things could happen. People could get sick on the train.
Every day, like riding the train, and then you see somebody who's mentally ill and they wilding out.
Someone might jump in front of my train.
Worked in child welfare. I've worked doing like mentoring.
Really into medicine. That's my career.
All day, all night.
I just graduated with a physician assistant degree.
I'm a vet.
I work in news.
I'm in school as a journalist.
My title is assistant tech editor.
I'm a web developer.
So I'm a user experience designer.
It's a very convenient job for me.
My goal is to become like a radio personality for like a sports team. Have my own radio show.
I'm a film and video producer plus host.
Right now I'm a photographer, videographer.
I write about technology, I talk about technology.
The tech dude, you know, somebody who went off to make it and work for companies like Apple, Snapchat, and Citizen app.
I like read about it all day. I'll be doing that anyway.
New York has so many designers in the city.
Eventually I became an engineer, and now I run the R1 program. The R1 program is my program. I actually map out the whole country. I generate the maps.
Work the computers, fixing computers, working the networks, you know, work at the Apple store now.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow.
I'm a lawyer. I've been practicing for more than 40 years. I represent people who are victims of discrimination. I represent a labor union. And in the past, I've represented a major classification society to try to keep it safe for everybody.
I'm a parking attendant.
GameStop's doing a really good job of getting in with the community. A lot of new systems this year. A lot of big games coming out. Everyone likes the older Call of Duty games. You know, me, myself, I got tired of jumping on the moon. It's going to be really big this year for video games.
So the financial district is interesting.
I'm an investment banker at one of the Wall Street firms.
I worked for a life insurance exam company. I work at the corporate office. There are a lot of nonprofits on Wall Street. There's a lot of office space, so you'd be really surprised what you find here. I think Wall Street is more symbolic than anything else. Wall Street is a complex space. I also think it's really interesting in its design. It's very medieval in structure, which was the precursor to the grid format. So I have been here for a year and I still don't know where everything is.
I am a 10th grade high school teacher.
Been working with kindergarten through 8th grade.
I'm a teacher. I teach math.
I teach in the South Bronx.
Empowering my youth of the Bronx.
It's probably one of the hardest areas to staff for teachers.
I work for an after-school program.
I teach global history.
Empowering them to learn about all the different careers that exist.
It's a tough area.
We gotta empower our kids in the boroughs, in the inner city.
The kids come from the lowest and the poorest congressional district, they said, in the country.
We don't provide them with enough funds.
They said 1 out of every 10 kids in the South Bronx lives in a homeless shelter.
If we can constantly try to give them something to look forward to and let them know that you guys are kings and queens.
It's a hard area to keep teachers.
You guys are in charge of your lives, then that's the goal for me.
It has its ups and downs. You definitely don't get into teaching for the money.
I'm a big advocate for the children learning about STEM, learning about coding.
You get into the teaching for the love of it and to change people's lives.
A lot of times we want to fund our neighborhoods, but we forget about our children and they're the future.
Some come from several generations of poverty where they don't have a motivator at home. I have kids who are in 10th grade but read on a 2nd grade level. Social emotional issues. There's a lot more emphasis placed on high stakes testing. So all of that combined, it's hard. We don't give up, but it's hard. They were used to 2 + 2 is 4, but now you want them to show, you know, why did you get this 2? Why did you get that 2? How is it equaling to 4?
So I work for the New York City Council. I work for Councilmember Andy King.
Our streets! Save our streets!
As his special assistant, I primarily make sure that he's briefed on different city agencies. We have a community cleanup day where kids from the community come and clean up different sections.
was it like hosting your first pop-up shop?
It was really scary. I worked really hard on it. I didn't have like all the clients that I thought I was gonna get, but I got a lot of sales. I did my interview, my cards, and this is just the beginning. Turtleneck bodycon dress. I actually made this morning. It's a reflective skull. It means humble, to stay humble.
Wall Street paper. You know, we just had a big showing at Fashion Week.
I also do work in fashion. I'm a stylist.
I do stripping. No, I'm just kidding. You're like, no.
We've been featured in GQ a few times, Complex magazine, Vader magazine.
Basically, I make stuff for women, you know what I'm saying?
I'm starting my own agency. I just started it.
I'm into fashion, you know, I like fashion a lot.
It's the jeweler, welcome to my shop. You're here at Moses Jewelry where people come get iced out. This industry could be a very dirty game. As you can tell, people are selling this shit that can go up to millions of dollars. Started coming to the hip hop game, I wanted to get on celebrities iced out. So that's where I come to step in and give you the best of quality for your price and make sure you look right at all times. What was funny is I started actually with real estate when I was 18 years old. I thought I would like it, but I'll be honest, it wasn't for me. Day by day, I worked my ass off, and I worked with a couple celebrities on my own, including P. Diddy, including a couple of football players, David Sharp, Martrell Spate. Those are my guys right there, shout out to them. But you can always get something clean. You can get even like a diamond ring like this, Eternity Band. Nice diamonds, clean diamonds to make it look right. You can get something like this for like $3,500 with me. And that's at a wholesale price, so I'm taking care of you. See some rollies, we get them some rollies. They want to see some Protect from Leaps. This right here is one of my favorites. It's in the white gold, and it just looks right. Wow. You wear something like this, you're shining all throughout. You go with the tricolor. This is what Fabulous actually brought in. Fabulous made this hot. So people are going with the three colors, like that. You get the white, yellow, and rose gold, fully flooded. Can't be missed when you wear something like this, that's for sure.
You are your own boss right here, right?
2 or 3 cups of coffee. I'm here 7 hours. Go to the gym for a couple hours.
I got married with a naked cowboy, and then I bring my sister Effie, and then I bring my other sister Auris. Sister-in-law, we're the naked family, baby.
Dropping the Obamacare, it don't work, and it ain't fair. Sound like a good idea to me.
Go home and read 2 to 3 hours and do it again, do it again. Been doing that every day for about 20 years.
They want to say something like that to you, but you know, listen.
Wrote out my goals, been reading them every single day since. Physical, financial, social, emotional, physiological, historical, everything. So I read that book, I went to Venice Beach, I was shooting for Playgirl magazine. When I went there, I just started singing, playing guitar. I played my clothes, guitar said, why don't you play in your underwear? Underwear, boots, and hat came about. So that's how I became Nick Cowboy. I went home to Cincinnati, did it there, got arrested.
Retired.
Retired.
Weightlifting, riding, biking, equipment.
Where'd you retire from?
Worked in a local motel here. I was a security manager for 23 years.
I used to work in Manhattan.
I always worked in Manhattan.
Selling jewelry and watches.
Well, and then we moved to Massachusetts, Florida, a lot of places.
You want to experience New York? Don't go to Times Square.
Oh yeah, I hate it.
Don't do the typical tourist thing.
Like 10 o'clock, get into the city, get 99 cents fresh pizza. The best part. Walk.
It's the greatest city in the world, I think.
Karaoke, theater, anything like that.
Theater, music, whatever you want.
There's sports attractions, concerts, museums.
Probably the Met. Probably one of the most expensive here.
People always assume that you're a tourist. People always assume, like, anywhere across Westchester County, you're not a tourist.
I normally go uptown, you know what I mean, if I really want to hang out.
There's a lot of history in Harlem. Black history, black culture is amazing.
If they want to see the nitty-gritty, the real life, the real down to the bone New York, gotta go to the Bronx. That's where the Chucks, the Timberlands, the New York fitted came from.
Bronx Zoo is great.
Botanical Gardens is always a treasure to go to.
You can't go wrong if you go to Manhattan. Manhattan got everything, you know what I'm saying? Everybody from every borough goes to Manhattan.
I love Central Park, and I think we're using it today for exactly what I understand it was built for. A distinctly American experience to bring together rich and poor, working and not working, the wealthy.
This is a Queens-bound train. The next stop is
If you want to get some Italian food, you go to Italy, obviously. Go to Brazil. Chinatown is a big one.
I would tell them to go to Times Square. That's like the most iconic thing in New York.
Experience Brooklyn. Like I'm telling you, Brooklyn has so many little gems hidden that no one really knows about.
There's tons of art galleries.
That's dope.
The Highline's always nice, it's relaxing. Walking through Central Park is just like calm.
If they're hungry and they want to try food, I tell them to go to Brooklyn.
What's better than getting food here?
Williamsburg, I love like anything rooftop.
Williamsburg too, I think it like is a good representation of Brooklyn.
You know, you have monuments, Empire State Building.
Gracias. Dankeschön.
Statue of Liberty, you have boat parties.
A dockside landing.
You can go to Broadway, you can go down to downtown.
Anything on the Lower East Side.
The Lower East Side, or the East Village, that area. I guess that's kind of like the young scene.
See World Trade Center.
9/11 Memorial is good. Would definitely go to.
Right down here in Dumbo is great. Just walk the strip.
We're here now in the Dumbo section of the Brooklyn Bridge Park.
We like coming here a lot with the kids, the parks. I like to walk around.
Right now with my friend, we just wanted to walk over the Brooklyn Bridge today.
This and walking the Brooklyn Bridge is always a nice, like relaxed idea.
I like walking. If they want to see like local New York, Queens is the best place to go.
My favorite place that I've ever been is Forest Hills. Nothing perfect place to chill, to walk around. Nobody bothers you.
There's a couple of spots in Staten Island that you still can have a good time. They're building a lot down near the ferry.
Anything by the water, whether it's the east side or the west side.
And I feel like when I look at LIC Piers, like, you see the city, you see the skyline, you see that thing that everybody falls in love with.
The problem is there's too much to see.
Toronto.
Why are you here in New York right now?
Best friends weekend.
Always like 8 to 10 degrees warmer here, so.
Why is your weather so much better than ours?
I just feel like if the sun is out and it's chilly, it should be like 70 degrees.
Right. Toronto has, I think, concentrated areas where there's a ton of people.
I like the train. It's fun.
Our subway shut off at like 1 a.m.
Like New York 2 line compared to like LA.
LA is so
LA
close.
is a baby.
You actually jaywalk in Toronto. I feel like you get killed here.